I'm Justin Tuminowski. Follow me at realestatejustin.com. I got a special one. I got a friend. I got a homie who's North Carolina's leader. He's an OG. Guys, give it up. SubTo Gator. You've heard the name before. You know the name. You've seen him. Pace's brother from another mother. Someone I like to call a friend. Chad Glover, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, Justin? I appreciate you having me on here, man. It's an honor, to get with someone just to yourself. Value you've been putting out. Really consistent individual since day one, man. I appreciate for everything you're doing. 100%, man.
Bro, you're a brother. You're a collaborator in this community too. You're loved. And we're, another equal, and I love it so much.
Love it.
Bro, I was very happy to see your name come through as coming on here. So you got a lot to offer. You have a lot of value, a lot of wisdom. Bro, what are we talking about today? Because I heard through the grapevine, it's a 2.75% interest rate on a SubTo deal. So guys, listen to that.
Yeah.
But Chad, what are we doing here?
Man, that deal, and the cool part is that a lot of people think they still don't exist, within the world of what we do and how known it is. The great job Pace has done with marketing, creative finance is still an anomaly to so many people. So it's still fresh, but when you think of these types of deals, they are game changing for what you can do with your life and your situation, whatever that goal may be. I think it's important to have an insight. But when you institute the realm of creative financing and things we doing like this deal, it's a freaking game changer, man. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to discuss it on here, man.
Let's go for it. So, I guess before we really go into it, just let the audience know again who you are, where you're out of, because you have a lot, you are a lot, and like we need to love on you and make sure people know where you are.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Check it. I've been in North Carolina since the beginning. I joined Pace in 20 when it first started. It was like April, May. And when he was doing a 16-hour live, I joined SubTo, and I haven't looked back since, man. It's been a ride in the journey just from joining that. And throughout those times, man, Pace got fairly close when it came time to do raps and things like that. That's when we first met over Zoom. And ever since then, it just took off. I've been doing deals consistently since that time. One of my largest deals was, oh man, I can go into that too, but I ain't gonna pivot too deep into it. It's just basically a hybrid deal, which we know is a SubTo with a seller carryback, $3.2 million deal with one of the OGs of SubTo, and I made six figures off that deal back then. And man, it's been a journey, man, to what I'm on. What I'm at now is just trying to provide that what I know back and transform the lives. I think personally, I want my thing to be that I have created an impact. I think that's how I want to measure myself and the things that I've done, the people that I've helped and impacted the most. So that's kind of where I'm at with everything.
Yeah, bro. I would say it's the coming of the season too, because speaking personally, and I know again, you've been in all the education pieces, you've been to all the masterminds, you've been in many of the same times in the same room with Pace, and you get to call and text and get that wisdom, and he taps us and he taps you and says like, Chad, you're my dude, and here's this wisdom, here's this knowledge and the things that we're growing together with. Now it's time to pay it forward. And I almost feel the last couple of years I wasn't ready, and I think maybe I'll be the same for you. You're like, it's a coming of time, it's a coming of season, and now it's that time where like, all right, cool, like I got this really well, I know what the heck's going on at a high level, and now let's go love on other people. And I think I've personally thought the same thing too, doing the 1 or 2 day workshop, even being able to encourage other folks and show them the way. So, and that's what you're probably talking about too, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's my goal is to provide the access to what I know with not as expensive of what I paid into it. That's the goal. And then everybody can level up to the things and rooms that we in by me introducing it to them.
And the coolest thing is like the people that you will actually probably educate and you'll bring around your circle, or they'll come into your circle and your stratosphere, is they'll do deals with you. And so that's the gratification too. There's a bunch of ways we're served, but the other thing is like, dude, I'll do deals with you. Let's go do deals together. Let's go buy a business together. Let's go buy an asset with the business, whatever the case may be. So there's several ways of winning in this, and it doesn't always have to be monetary.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
let's get into that a little bit. Like, I want to touch back on that. Let's go into the 2.75% deal and just let the audience know like the high level on this. And right now it's a group home. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
it's gonna be turned into an unlicensed, what you call an unlicensed group home. That means that so it's many names for the same thing that's out there right now. People say it's co-living. They would call it a company name that's out there. They would call it like just sharing, renting by the room. It's all a group home. When you say a group home, you mean a group of people living in a home. Like legit, that's all it means. So it ain't nothing like high tech with it, you know?
No.
So
Chad, let me ask you a question about that because you said licensed, unlicensed. Let the audience know about that. And then furthermore, is this, I'm just very curious, is this a third party that comes in there? So it's another company that you do not have to, you just oversee that company who takes the lease, I assume, from you, right?
absolutely. So when it's a licensed home, you are going through like the state and or the county. Two variations you can go through, and both of them have a process of like really digging into who you are as a company. So the company who oversees it, which is Kiwi Care, they the ones that went through all the headache. They don't went through the giving a blood type, just to be how granular they get into them. Their background checks there. They want to know like a full scale business. That's what they have. Policy and procedures, the whole nine. So I don't want to do that. I rather just get the property and let this person now fill them, and we become a partnership. The beautiful part of it is that if you think it from the purpose aspect, you helping people that need it. Adult care, it can be youth, whatever you describe, whatever the lane that you want to get in. And it's lucrative too when you look at it from the monetary side, that you can be able to take care of yourself, the family, the house, all of the things. But when you do it unlicensed, you can partner with whether it be community leaders, it could be nonprofits, and they have again people that may be homeless or in step up programs where they changing their life through sober living, getting that step out together, and those individuals will come into your property and rent those rooms by the thing. Now, when it's like that, you are the manager. That's the difference. So I have people that will just go by, check on the homes, help fill them, and all those things, so I can do what I love to do, which is just talk to sellers, close deals, create relationships. So that's the difference between unlicensed. Unlicensed, I don't need to go get permitted by the state. I don't need zoning, sanitation, all of these individuals coming in. I can just go to communities that's community leaders that's already there, whether it be a homeless shelter, a nonprofit, like a discharge manager of a hospital. It's so many avenues that you can go to get like referrals, what you would call them. And
Yeah.
that's the cool part.
That's brilliant too. I actually never heard that one. The discharge manager of a hospital. I've never heard
Yeah.
that. Makes total
hmm
sense.
Because a lot of people don't have nowhere to go. That's why they still in the hospital bed. They can't release them.
Interesting. Interesting. There's so many doors we can open on that. But yeah, guys, you've heard this before. We're talking about group homes. We're talking about co-living. You heard Chad. It's all essentially all in the same theory. But now, the big fad right now is co-living and pad split and so on and so forth. But yeah, Chad's dancing around that. He's bringing in his own operators or in his own companies, and they're filling these assets, it's brilliant. I love that model. I love the thing that you said too is it's the power of the who, not how. It's you go, my job is to get the asset. My job is to negotiate, create relationships, do the thing. I'm not filling this thing. That's not my job. And I love that so much. It's the coolest thing is creative finance deals. Like this 2.75% deal that we're going to talk about is like, man, you just look at it and go, all right, I know the numbers on it. I know the mortgage. I know my private money. I know what construction costs. I know what it's going to take to maybe furnish this asset. After that, like in the interest rate that you said was elusive and no one can find them anymore, and you just found one, bro, it makes total sense. Now you can have a cash flowing asset when in a market that people typically cannot find a cash flowing deal. You can't go out and buy a 6.5% buy this asset at 6.5% and cash flow it. Maybe you could, but maybe you got to put 7 bedrooms in it now,
hmm
and you got to build it out and put another 70 grand in it. So anyway, Chad, where is the deals in North Carolina? And you said it was a USDA, I think, to me, or in the show notes.
Yeah, you know why when it's a USDA just mean what it stands for, United States Department of Agriculture, meaning it's a rural area, and you can still get those loans. Sellers can still qualify for them, and the cool part, they give them subsidies. Not to get too granular with the USDA stuff, but they give you real low interest rates, and she qualified for it. So it's a brand new house. It's literally just built. It's probably 2023, I think. Yeah, 2023. She was the first only owner. We took it over that 2.75, gave her some money to move, roughly like 3,500, I think it was, and the rest was she had 2 months of payments we had to pay. So that was our entry for no under 10 grand, you know. So now we can do whatever we want to with it.
And that's a no equity deal then.
Yeah, it don't have so it don't have a ton of equity in it. It probably have like a small amount if you was to do something with it. Cause when she bought it was, when you're buying it at that construction cost, and once it builds up, it's a little in there. But you wouldn't want to do with that right now. You wouldn't refinance out of 2.75,
No. And
100%. You
guys,
wouldn't get no money for one. But then
and
you,
even selling it, it would cost her money. So that's why I want to make sure we
yes,
definitely touch base on that, because someone can sit in the sidelines and say, because I'm going to put the other hat on and go, Chad, you only gave the woman $3,500 to $5,000 to move, but hold on, time out. It was 2 months of back payments. There was arrears, closing costs. You got her out of a bad situation. It's like the benefit of that is she gets time, her credit gets back into the good standing. There was pain, and I'll let you share more, but I just want to let the audience know, like, no, there's no equity. So this is a deal that on paper is Chad bought it, if not upside down, or bought it pretty much break even, but it would have cost her money to sell this deal. Yeah.
percent, and that's correct. It's when people look at a house, they say, "Oh, it has this. I can set it for that." But what about what you got to do to it? Like when you living in it, do you have the resources to bring in hire cleaners to do touch up paint and all of that? Because it's not a bad house; it's brand new, right? But you
Bro.
still lived in it, you know?
Oh yeah. It's still settling. That's the coolest.
Right,
The house is
right,
just like, it's just starting to like shrink a little bit because
yeah,
it was brand new, but you're so right
right.
too. When people go, oh, the house doesn't need anything, it's brand new. It's like, you lived in it. No, it definitely needs a coat of paint.
Yes, 100%. You got to do something to it before you just list it, and they don't have the bandwidth for it. Again, they had person she was taking care of, so that's an issue. Little things that she couldn't have said it for, and that's the power. That's why I love this stuff, man. Once you understand what we do, it's nothing that you of a problem you can't solve with a homeowner. Like especially when you know what you're doing and you can articulate it to them, it makes just so much sense.
Yeah.
Talking to investors, it still blows their mind when they say, "Man, I didn't know I could do that." But yeah, it's like a real thing.
Yeah. And you're helping this family out.
Mhm.
All right. So you ended up, where'd you find the deal?
So this is an awesome story, bro. So what I've done with my business is I'm so giving, right? It's just I don't know. I'm just like I always been like that. So I will train you to do whatever, and then you're gonna do your own thing because you're an entrepreneur. So what I found is instead of me constantly keep training acquisition people to go do their own thing, we do deals together. Let me just create a network of what I call independent acquisition people. So they can do deals and do their own business, but when it comes to a certain area, it becomes my deal. And that's how I got this one individual over in the eastern side of North Carolina that does all of the work over there, and he sent me the deal. He couldn't structure it. He didn't know really what to do. So I helped structure the deal. And then I say, hey, I just possibly buy it instead of wholesale it with you. So my team helped underwrite all the deals. He ended up getting an assignment fee. They got an assignment fee. I kept the deal. And then my company, Certified Business Pro, done all of the paperwork. So within 3 companies, I got paid on. I got my people paid on it too. So that's the cool part. What I love about this stuff too, man. When you start vertically integrating your businesses and how you can just support so many families with one deal. Just with one deal, you supported many people from it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it came about. It was like a bird dog kind of, but yeah, I'm trying to actually get him to do some other stuff. That's how it came. No marketing from me or anything.
And that's so good. That's all you need to do, really. It's just you give without expectation, and then it's the folks that understand that the
Hmm.
reciprocity, right? And that they play
Yeah.
that ping pong with you, or the volleyball with you, and you just get to, hey, you go do your thing. Hey, hit me up when you got something that I'll buy or you need help with. I'm here for you. I love that so much. I can definitely relate to that. And guys, Chad Glover is the North Carolina dude. You got to hit him up. And but all right, so bro, what are you doing now? So you did the deal, you filled it, cool. All the companies got paid. Actually, Chad, I want to touch base on that real quick. Because again, I actually saw this question come up in the SubTo community earlier this week, and I actually answered the post. And the question went something like this, and this is going to touch base on what we just talked about. It was, hey guys, how do you pay yourselves? How does Pace pay himself out of a deal, or how does he make money on a deal paying himself? And that's the mindset of where you just said, you're like, man, all three of my businesses got paid. you know, and I answered the question going, oh yeah, 100%. I pay myself an assignment fee
Mhm.
on deals that I buy. So can you tell the audience, just educate the audience on why we might do something like that and where it's necessary?
A million percent. So it's two questions. The way you do it with the assignment fee to yourself and Pace when he gets what you call management fee. That's what he basically doing. Like if you buying a deal or getting private money, you're never going to, if I need 45, I'm not going to ask for 45. I'm going to underwrite to say 65 or 70, whatever. It makes sense to still pay you back. I'm not going to get money I can't pay you back. But that 30 or 20, 30,000 is your time, right? That's your time of managing the property. Like things may go wrong too. So you use that money instead of going back to them. But you are putting a lot of time into just that project as an individual. And that's how you sustain your business too. Cause if I'm constantly buying property, that's not money. That's like money going out the door. So how do I get money in to sustain myself, my family, my everyday living? And it's not like you're overcharging for it. It's literally baked into the return to the private money lender, but it's also any contingencies that go on, as well as again your time, your expertise, your management, all of these people, and going to drive and getting material sometimes. Sometimes you turn into a contractor, honestly. Like even at my level, I turn into a contractor sometimes. I'm not a freaking contractor at all, but I'm gonna do what needs to be done to get the thing going. And that's the thing. So that's how I do it. It's kind of like looking at it from a point of what makes sense and how can I sustain myself for these 3 months with this deal right here, right? That's how it is. What comes with it? Because a lot comes with renovations in 3 months, 100%.
Yeah. Dude, you said that really well. Thank you for answering that. We're closing on a deal next week and I'm paying myself 50,000 on it, right? It's a 600, it was supposed to be $1 million deal. It was a motel a motel conversion in New Hampshire. Anyway, I ended up renegotiating after due diligence period. We're buying it for 650, but yeah, we're actually I got a private money lender, one of our trusted private money lenders. They're coming in with 735. Well, why 735, Justin? Well, day one, you know what's going to cost to get the insurance? You got to get that binder in there. You got to pay for that insurance before you close. Most often, you got to pay for the closing costs. You got to get the electricity on. You got to make sure that, security cameras, and you got to do all the things, bro. Next thing you know, you got mortgage payments or money lender payments. You're a month two. You're just getting going on these deals. And that's something that I think you're going to probably educate a lot of people on. And I know you're already educating people on. And I think
Hmm.
it's really a cool thing to talk about because that's where people get in trouble. They're like, yeah, I need 45 grand. The seller needs 45. I'm going to give the seller 40. It's 5,000 to close. And that's it. We're good. I got a deal. Well, bro, did you turn the electricity on? Did you pay for the rubbish? Did you pay for
Right.
the painter?
Hmm.
And people forget that.
Yes.
And that's so important. So guys, listen to Chad. It's okay to pay yourself. You got to factor in more money. Don't pay yourself and then go take a vacation. You got to allocate it.
Exactly.
You got to allocate it properly. But anyway, Chad, thank
Yes.
you for,
That's the key.
yeah,
What you said was when I said management fee, that's a manager. You are paying for lights, the paint, freaking everything, the insurance. That's what that money is for, not to go party. 100% gonna go party.
honey, we got extra money. We're going to Mexico.
Yeah, yeah, no. No, no, no. That's what it was. It's not your money.
Yeah.
100%. It's for your time and what you got to do with it, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you for touching that. So Chad, what does it look like? What is Chad Glover 2025? We're recording this mid-July. What is Chad doing? What is he up to now? What does he need? You're always giving. What do you need? What can I give you? What can the audience do for you?
Yeah, one of the things that I'm super focused on is one, I done made some awesome relationships through this license journey and lessons, like so many lessons with it too. I'm the type that if I believe something that come to me clear, I do it. Like I'm gonna just do it. And a lot of times you're gonna run into obstacles with that. So what I'm doing now is like really honing that in and basically nurturing the relationships I built around this. It's businesses that I have. I'm a tech guy. People don't know this about me. Like I'm really nerdy and a visionary when it comes to like systems and certain tools. I just get bored. I think it's a touch of a little ADHD, honestly. So cause I pick up stuff so quick, like I've learned something really fast and now I got to innovate it with it. Like I know if someone get bored. So that's why I never stuck with like learning AI and technology. I would learn it and then I go do something else. Right. So now I've basically attracted those individuals that know large language models, AI tools, like all of these concepts. And we're doing like software and stuff like that. I've talked to Pace about this at length too with and Nathan too of Prop AI. I supposed to did some stuff with him a while back before when Prop AI first started. I used to be on calls with him a lot doing stuff. He's pretty freaking awesome guy, man. I love Nathan. And but those ideas I didn't just let die. I just attracted different types of people for what I'm doing. So I got some really cool stuff coming out. They don't want me to go too much deep into it. Even they pull me back on a lot of it. And the thing I'm at now is again the education piece is still and bringing in different private money people in order to build up like with certain businesses that we're involved in. So that come from again the tech sector as well as the industry that can't be touched. When it comes to AI, because that's a real thing too. And I hope people really paying attention to that. A lot of jobs won't be here. If you know, not to get too far off track, but even a lot of the college graduates there are at the lowest unemployment rate for graduates because of with the way the world done moved. So just position yourself. And one of the things that I'm on right now is definitely real estate, getting bigger asset classes that I can convert into like this model of co-living. That's where I'm going at because the world is just basically not affordable. It's just not affordable right now for a lot of people. And you got a lot of professionals that's renting rooms now too. I'm talking like lawyers, those guys that's coming in 6 months at a time doing construction. Those are professional, high earning individuals. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And the things that I'm looking to do is grab more people that's investing in the things I want to invest in because I'm building up. My goal is to have like a company, like a tech company that's supporting multiple tools. So that's the things that I'm basically needing on. There's more people that want to align with just creating an impact, man, and being riding this what I call riding this storm together. That's what I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm the type that if I'm with you, bro. We gonna fall together. We don't fall at all. I'm not running out. So that's just how I was raised, basically. Not to get too far into that.
No,
But
bro, but I love that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
integrity,
that's
right?
how I am, man. So it's gonna be cool, man. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff you'll see me announcing. They don't want me to go too deep. And when I say we, it's I have checks, what I call checks and balances. People would tell me be like, hey, you don't want to say this or do that. But it's all centered around tools and stuff like that, and co-living. And I have a 501c3 nonprofit. So those are my three main things that I have. And that 501c3 is going to be cool. That's one thing I will talk about for sure out loud.
I love it. I love it. So do you want to get into, well, I mean, with a Get Creative podcast here, and this is Pace Morby's world, right? Do we want to talk about like what a deal looks like that if someone had an opportunity, right? Private money. I know we can do private money. We can talk about houses. We can talk about education because you're doing all the things and then tech. Dang.
Mhm.
But what does an asset look like? Is it North Carolina strictly? Like, and what are we looking
No,
for?
so I own properties in 4 states: Delaware, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to get into Arizona right now because I just like it out there. And it's one of the places like when I'm there, I would stay there. But those are my main ones: North Carolina, South Carolina, Dover, Delaware, and Memphis, Tennessee. North Carolina, I basically want to fix and flip. It's because I'm right there. I can see it. And Dover, Delaware too, because I have a great team up there. If anybody have time and they wanted to like check in with me or something like that, I have a free Facebook group where I can talk about how you can virtually do real estate anywhere. You just build a team up. Like I visited this house one time in Dover, Delaware because I was in DC. So I just drove over there, but I didn't have to. I have a realtor, inspectors, contractors, boots on the ground, and you can do that anywhere. It's just about communicating with them. And that was a sweet deal too. That's come from social media. Actually, somebody seen me on social media and said, "Hey, I think this deal may be perfect for a SubTo deal," and they got a real low interest rate on it too, and a ton of equity. So I'm just fixing and flipping it.
Bro, so good. So good. All right. What is the Facebook group? How do we get a hold of you? Let's reach out to Chad. Let's blow up his phone. Let's blow up his Facebook group, guys. Let's love on him and let's get around his circle.
It's easy to tap into Creative Real Estate Strategies by Chad Glover. And on my YouTube, we got a series coming out. It's all creative finance, but it's already a free wholesale course on there too. I recorded like 2, 3 years ago with some SubTo students from how to freaking get the lead, how to talk to the lead, everything. It's called Wholesaling the Win. Like we here now, that's where the winner come from. I'm all about embracing the present and don't be too worried about anything that happened even 10 seconds ago. It's just about solution based. So that's where the idea come from. And then just on my Instagram, Chad Glover _ DM me. I always shoot my number out. They be telling me don't do that too. I don't listen to a lot of stuff, man. Cause I'm a people person, man, you know? So I just give out all my information out to the world. So if you want my number or something like that, just type in. I'm not that type of person.
That's Chad Glover. Please reach out to him. Hit him up. He's a OG. You're not going to get much better than all his knowledge, his wisdom, his just wonderful demeanor, right? And get into his circle. I'm telling you right now, be around that whole tribe, be around his energy. You're going to love it. And it's going to pay dividends, but you got to give back. You got to give too. Don't take from my boy. You got to give some too. Chad, bro, we love you over here.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you, dude. Thank you for being such a great leader, such a great community member. I know I'm thankful. So I know Pace is.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on, Justin. Again, man, you one of the ones since day one I met you has been a consistent, not only contributor. I don't look at people what they contribute. It's just as a person, an individual, that's a solid dude, man. As well as Katie is always that's my partner. Me and my wife talk about Katie all the time, your wife.
Yeah,
So they
we're
click.
here right now. They do, and tell your wife I said hello. And bro, yeah,
Love it.
I mean we're in an asset right now, and another couple states over. Working on one of our it's a big monster of a house, and we're just
Love it.
furnishing it. The designers here, everyone's here, and I get to mix it up with you, and that's the life we've created now, and I know you're
Love
doing
it,
the same
man.
thing,
Hope
bro.
that thing come through. I know you're gonna make it awesome. You're gonna make it pop. That's your thing, bro.
Oh yeah, oh
100%.
yeah,
Appreciate
bro.
you, man.
You too, guys. This is the Get Creative podcast. I'm your host, Justin Tuminowski. Thanks for listening.